Okay, today I'm going to totally debunk rainbows and show that it's got nothing to do with diffraction or anything kind of like that, and it's all to do with polarization. So here we go, using a torus ball made from a double helix energy waveform. Okay, so anyway, here we go with the rainbow. Let's read it. In a primary rainbow, the arc shows red on the outer part and violet on the inner side. The rainbow is caused by light being refracted, bent, when entering a droplet of water, then refracted inside on the back of the droplet and refracted again when leaving it. I'm sorry people, that's absolute garbage, and I'm about to prove it. Underneath there you will see polarization waves, and as you can see by this picture, you will see that it spins a circle, and then that's equal to a polarization line. It then becomes a flat line instead of a circle. Now why would that happen? I'm going to show you. Okay, this is the paper I've written and it's going to take a bit of thought to get your head round this, because a rainbow shows up as a semicircle. It's actually a full circle. It's not actually a semicircle. That's not what we're seeing. Now on the paper there I've got a rainbow polarization. Let's just say the rainbow is 5 miles wide. Now I've said in previous videos or on paper that when the sun's shining it's got nothing to do with refraction. When there's a downpour, that is the downward flow of energy. So you've got a straight line of water coming to the ground, releasing energy, because when a cloud bursts with a bolt of lightning, it releases energy to the ground and it forms a torus ball of energy. Energy is draining downwards with the rain straight to the ground. But what we see is a rainbow. Now the rainbow's not actually there. The rainbow is not in the sky looking round. It's actually a straight line, because the cloud is a straight line and the water coming down is a straight line. And so what it does is polarization takes that straight line of energy, which would be from the clouds to the ground in the rainbow colours, and it transposes it into a circle, and half of it's underground because half of it's drained to ground, so there's only the half torus bubble on top. That's just how electrical connections work. Bubble on top, bubble underneath. So a straight line is turning into a circle or a semicircle where it meets the ground. So then we move on to the second picture. So I was looking out my car window with my sunglasses on, and the windows are polarized and I see green and purple, and every time I moved my head they moved with me, and all I thought was, hang on a minute, whenever I'm looking at a rainbow and I move my head without actually travelling anywhere, the rainbow moves. So it can't be doing what they said, because diffraction, somebody tried to explain it to me, it's a pile of garbage that made no bloody sense, which they couldn't draw a picture of, and they use triangular prisms and round raindrops, so none of that makes any sense. But it is if it's a straight line and it's being polarized. So then it doesn't matter where you are looking along a straight line, it will always become polarized, so the rainbow follows you. Check that next time you see a rainbow. Just move your head slightly, you'll see the rainbow move. So it's not actually in the sky. I knew it was an illusion. It's not round in the sky. It's being polarized into the semicircle. And I'm about to put up a plasma paper from like 1978 in a minute that I just read 5 minutes ago to prove that drawing at the bottom is correct based on the picture up top. And again, people say,
when did you become an expert in thermonuclear astrophysics?
Last night.
Okay, so this is the paper that I read, I don't know, a couple of hours ago, maybe an hour. Measurement of nonlinear polarization of air. And I've kind of got it scrolling like this. I'm going to zip through it in a second because I just want to get to the electric universe part, because all these waveforms are electrical, obviously. So I'm going to skip forward to the part that actually matters about polarization. So this is it, basically just talking about the high pressure plasma pinch, which is basically doing what that picture says. And it talks about interesting phenomena, thickness of double layers, and again that comes down to my picture here, which shows the crossover points the same as that circle over there, which give you your 7-8 colours all in different sheaths, because they're coming down to the Earth in energy layers. So what's actually up in the sky is a straight line, and what you are seeing is that polarization circle on your eye. Basically, as I thought about 3 months ago, it's an electromagnetic energy flare on your eyeball. It's not actually a rainbow. That's not in the sky at all. You might be able to photograph it, but that's because you've got a convex lens, which is doing what it's supposed to do. And how could I prove that it works the other way around? Well, I'll just show you this picture here of how to make a sundog with a couple of mirrors and some degrees. So this shows by polarization how to see kind of, this is how sundogs appear. Basically they're taking, if you look at that, we've got a hexagon prism now, which is really funny because I've already said that hexagons are produced by light waves that all crash together, and I showed that on my bug's eye video and time-lapse eyes, so it's quite interesting that they've used hexagons. So that circle at the top of the picture comes into the hexagon, which is the bunched up light waves, and then it comes out with the colours split. But you see that? It's a straight line. So you've taken that, put it through a hexagon, and you got a straight line out the other side. So if we want to see a ball-shaped rainbow, light has to go in straight. So there we go. Rainbows are not in the sky. They are projected onto your eyes. Energy comes down as the rain, and perpendicular energy goes across the sky because it's an energy drain, and there are energy levels. And so it has to be polarized to go from a straight line into the circle, which projects downwards and hits your eye as the rainbow. Now I also did this video because I'm a little worried about the atmosphere, because you know, I read a little bit of that paper and all that, but it's what would happen if the whole atmosphere becomes polarized? Because now that I've just explained this, I'm going to show a pile of pictures that mean that some kind of energy charge or something must be happening to the atmosphere. Because where are all these coming from? I've just explained polarization, and this is what it does. So why are we getting all these? Now I don't know if it's true, but I'm just going to say those parhelion lines there are your straight lines, which then turn into circles as they hit. So I've got my 22 degrees there from my original waveform. We've got our straight line parhelions because there's some kind of energy, straight line energy coming out. And there's your straight line and your circle, and the next picture that's actually going to come up I believe kind of confirms what I say, and this one kind of does too. Because it's low on the ground, you only get the semicircle, and because rainbows are always low on the ground, you only get to see the semicircle. And we see that again in the next picture, but it's the third picture that really takes the biscuit. So this one's all good and that. I mean, again, you can see it's low on the ground, full on semicircle. But if the sun's high in the sky, you get the full circle because it's able to transmit it at that height. So yeah, I do believe that proves me completely correct. So rainbows are by polarization of light of a straight line band, and converted into a circle, and because it's low on the ground, you only get a rainbow. So yeah, unfortunately though, I'm a little worried about the atmosphere because all this is happening. Because you know, you got crazy clouds like this appearing everywhere. Polarization is happening in the atmosphere. I don't know what that means because I only started reading about it today. So I'm probably going to have a read up on it and maybe explain what will happen to the planet with being the whole Earth being polarized for some reason. But other than that, I couldn't tell you anymore. But there you go, full-on explanation of rainbows. It's all about polarization, and some scary thing about the fact that the Earth's atmosphere is becoming polarized, but unfortunately I don't know what that means yet. So stay tuned, maybe I'll have an answer in a couple of days. In the meantime, I think I'm going to make this a regular feature on the end of my videos. But yeah, this is what I think of the God of Science.
Enough! You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
Puny god.
Thanks very much. My name is Lee, and I'm a Christian.